So what the hell's this mess?
You're telling me you're going to make a region based off the country that took over the most parts of the world, like 90-something%, and you're not going to include a national dex? Like, it's so easy.
You'd expect them to import some Pokemon and have them around in some capacity, but nope. One of the previous kings of Galars said, "Oh, ban Bayleaf." Things were already a mess by the time we reached the 3DS, but at that point you only needed 2 consoles to trade every Pokemon you needed. One DS or DS Lite, and one 3DS. Here we have a scenario where only one console is needed, and yet there are still so many Pokemon locked to home hell along with my Ducklet. And you know something? When I was doing this part of the script, a little later on, I was thinking, I'm curious, are there any Pokemon that actually show up in every single generation of every single game? There are 3. Guess what they are? The Magikarp line, the Psyduck line, and the Magnemite. Well, Magnemite isn't that bad. I mean, by the time you reach Generation 4, you can make it Magnezone. But still, my point still stands. Those 3, for some reason, are the only 3 to ever survive every single generation. And that topic leads me to ribbons, but I won't talk about ribbons because that is a can of worms. That is its own can of worms. Multiple cans of worms. Barrels! All you need to know is there are over 100 ribbons, and one Pokemon can't get every single ribbon. I'll redirect you to Sir Toasty Toes if you want a more detailed explanation on what they are and how to get them, but they're in every game, and essentially it's like a title for your Pokemon. They're earned through various means, and a lot of them require you to beat the previous generations for it. However, because the Pokemon UK doesn't allow you to bring in every single Pokemon, you can't bring in your favorites. And for ribbon you poor ribbon collectors, you can't get all the ribbons you want because some of them, some poor person who had some poor dude who's had like their Pokemon since Generation 3 all the way to Generation 7, every single ribbon gets to Generation 8 and they're told, nah,